guys, and welcome to this week's episode of Simply Fit, and we're back into doing reviews. So today my review is going to be on the Xpeed Revolution Barbell, which if you go back through my videos, I've had this barbell for probably 6 months now, and I did a quick sort of unboxing and first impressions video, and now I thought it's a time to do a review video considering I've used it so much. So straight off the bat, as you can see, it's an awesome barbell. So it gets used, at least 3 times a week by myself and the clients, and there is absolutely no marking at all on the sleeves, as you can see there. It's just, it gets the, those ATX plates, which are the steel plates, and they slide up and down the sleeve, very easy. I'll start with the sleeves. So the sleeve lengths are 41 centimeters each, so it's pretty standard for an Olympic barbell. They are just a smooth black oxide finish, as is the shaft of the bar. The whole bar is that black oxide Teflon finish, which is really nice. They are smooth, so you do need to use collars with it. Some of the Xpeed bars you'll see have got a little bit of a ribbed sleeving on it, which sort of helps the plates stay on the sleeves. This has got a smooth sleeve, which again makes it easy to take the plates on and off if you've got multiple people using it with different strengths. So fantastic. The sleeves have got that embossed logo on the edge of it, which is sort of laser cut into the end of the sleeve. It looks really good. It's a nice little finish. Go through some stats of the bar just to get that out of the way. So the actual bar length is 7 foot or 2,200 millimeters. As I said, the sleeves are 41 centimeters in length. The internals of the bar, it's 1,310 millimeters wide, so it will fit into most racks. 28 millimeter shaft, so I'll get into the specifics of the shaft in a moment. 20 kilograms, if the weight's a usual weight for an Olympic barbell. The greatest thing about this bar also, it's got 8 needle bearings, so it's very, very easily spinning sleeves. The needle bearings are smooth, they're quiet, there's no issue there. So it is like an Olympic bar without the bushings, but it does have bearings, which is again a bit of a upper class bar. So regarding the shaft or the handles, it's got a threaded shaft. So the shaft is unique where it is threaded, and you got those two, as you can see there, 35 millimeter handles, which have got the typical Xpeed passive knurling throughout the whole handle. And on the edge of each handle, there's a couple of like rubber band sort of raised rubber sort of bands that go around it, and they just give it a nice look and also a feel as well. So those handles are what you grab when you press the bar, and you physically have to squeeze in to move them. They don't move on their own. So the way I can describe it is you start in your starting position, you unrack the bar at a regular sort of width that you normally would do. As you go descend in the motion or go through the negative, you let the handles slide outwards to the edge of the bar. And then as you press, you slowly squeeze your hands together, and those handles will move in to the inside of the bar. The best way to describe this is if you're fatigued, your hands will slide out really fast because you don't have the strength to control it. And when you also get fatigued, you sometimes can't squeeze it shut because it is really, really humbling. So, if you can do 120 kilo bench press for a couple, honestly, with this bar, with 70 or 80 kilos, you're struggling to press it and to close those handles at the same time. So the beauty of this bar is it is easy to control and leave the handles in the one spot. So if you do fatigue, you can just keep your handles where they are on your chest tight and press straight up without having to squeeze your hands in. You do have to be aware though that if you do fatigue, your hands will most likely go out towards the sleeves because that's the way it's designed. Another beauty of this bar is if you don't want to use the handles, you can slide them all the way to the outside or on the inside and just use the bar as a regular barbell holding the shaft, which has got those, as I said, the threaded axis of the shaft. So you can just disregard the handles altogether and hold the shaft. So it's just a fantastic bar. It's really, really hard wearing. So I was a bit worried when I got it that what actually is inside those handles. And I haven't pulled it apart or anything, but I'm assuming it may be roller bearings. But it's so smooth. There's no noises. It doesn't grind. The shaft is perfectly worn. Um, yeah, I cannot say a bad word about this. There is a con with this bar. The only con being that because you have to have moving parts in it, whereas the sleeve moving on the handles, um, the actual shaft of the bar has got a slight oily residue at all times. So if you go a proper full depth bench press and you're touching your chest and you might have a light t-shirt on or a light singlet, you sometimes get that little bit of a greasy mark on your t-shirt where the bar's touched it. So it's not the end of the world, but it is something to note that if you are benching properly and touching your chest, you sometimes get that mark from the bar. Regarding maintenance of the bar, like every other barbell I've got, I just get a bit of sewing machine oil or 3-in-1 oil, give it a quick scrub down with a nylon brush. I don't use steel brushes or anything on the barbells because of the oxide coating and the special coating on the bars. And just give it a big rub down, get rid of any dirt and rust that accumulates in the handles, obviously from people's hands touching it all the time. And then just give it a rub over with the cloth, and that stops the oxidization happening as well, gives it a nice coat of oil, and just keeps the bar looking new. So the cons of it is only the one thing that I can think of is just that little bit of blackness that comes onto your t-shirt or your singlet. And as I said, it's very, very minor. But the pros are so much better. So awesome for when you're dieting. If you're prepping for a comp or dieting and you're a bit, fatigued and depleted, you can't go heavy with this bar. So if you're pressing, a good weight in the gym and you want to still get a pump and still get the stretch of the muscle, use this bar, and you have to cut your weight in half effectively to get the workout done and actually use the bar how it's intended. So it's really good for those safety reasons. Really good for your stabilization through your shoulders. Everything is moving at once. You've got multiple things on your mind as you're pressing. You're not just going up and down. You're trying to slide it in. You're trying to squeeze the pecs, get a big stretch. Um, and as I said, it can be used as a standard barbell. So if you don't want those handles, chuck them off to the side or in the middle and use it as a standard barbell. And that shaft is still really grippy and good to grab by itself. So the cost for this barbell, guys, is $700. You can get it through the Xpeed website, or some local sports shops or gym shops should stock it. I really recommend it. If you're looking for a specialty bar that sets your gym apart from the others, this is awesome because this is the only sliding, or they Xpeed call it Revolution, but it's a sliding barbell. This is the only one that I think Australia stocks. So it's been around the States for a while. There's been some brands in America that have popularized this type of barbell. But this was the first one that I saw that's come available in Australia, and I had to get it straight away. Not to just get it for myself, but for the clients, because here at Simply Fit, I want it to be a really unique experience for everybody, and we all have the best equipment and the best fun. So yeah, I honestly love this bar. Nothing wrong about it. I recommend it. Please, guys, if you end up buying this bar, can you give me a message on my Instagram or here in the comment section at YouTube? Don't forget to subscribe, like the videos. I've got a lot more content coming. I have to do a wrap up of the competition in the next few days that we've just done a few weeks ago. And yeah, there's some more reviews coming, a few training videos, so stay tuned and subscribe, guys. But don't forget, keep flexing.